All right, let's do this. Hey guys, I'm Dave from Ghosthack. Not Will. I'm not Will, okay? I know I look like my brother, just stop it.
Stop it.
Anyways, yeah, I'm Dave. I'm not Will from Ghosthack. I'm filling in for my brother. He's out probably doing some really important, some really influential. Let me try this again. He's probably out doing some very important things that are worth doing, that are of net benefit to humanity. Which is why I'm filling in for him today. Also, because I just wanted to. He didn't ask me. I don't want him screwing up something like this, because I actually have valuable information for you for once. I have FL Studio native plugins in here, at least the top 20. In my opinion, the most notable 20 FL Studio stock plugins. And I'm going to rank them on a tier list for you today, which just is why I didn't want Will doing this, because he's gonna screw it up and give you a garbage opinion, right? You can just take my opinion as fact. I'm just giving you facts today. That's what I do, Dave. I give facts, I don't give opinions. So I've ranked them in this order. Top tier is God, second to top tier, Slaps, then there's I'll Take It, in the middle, then the plugins that are clapped go here, and then the bottom ones go in Ableton Live. If you're an Ableton user, Will, I know you're editing this video. Do not cut out my commentary on Ableton users. That was concise and constructed. Do not cut that. I don't care that you like Ableton. I don't care that you do. I don't, and I'm gonna voice it, okay? Just your classic toxic FL Studio user here. So I know you're not dumb. I know you know how tier lists work, and you're probably more excited to get into this than I am. So let's go right ahead and hop into it. First up, we have Autogun. Listen, this is how a plugin should be, in my opinion. You don't have any tools or knobs and sliders to actually edit and manipulate the sounds. You just open it up and you scroll through presets. That is what a plugin is made for, right? And Autogun does it best. God tier. Second thing, BooBass. Look, I mean, it's just a step down from Autogun. You open it up, you have virtually no tools to edit your sound except for a cheesy little EQ, and you only have one sound to work with. But it's designed to only have one sound. When you have a bass plugin, are you expecting to get something other than bass? No, it's not that bad. I like it. It slaps. Next up, FL keys. Now, look, it's starting to get a little complicated here. You look at a piano, right? Do you see knobs on the thing? No, you don't. Do you see options for changing the type of piano on your piano? No, you don't, because you don't need them. It's a goddamn piano. How hard is it? It's clapped. It's clapped. Flex, listen, if you're going to make a plugin where you're just scrolling through presets, then make it like Autogun. Don't make it like Flex, where you have all these knobs and sliders and, pretend like you're actually doing work to create the sound. No, don't do that. Don't beat around the bush, right? Just give it to us straight. Just give it to us raw. Flex is not it. Ableton users will love it, so it's going in Ableton. FPC, look, glorified drum machine. We all know this. It's a pad, and you push it, and it makes sound, right? Ableton has a better one, stock Ableton. GMS, okay, you know what? I actually kind of like this plugin, I'm not gonna lie. It hasn't been updated in 40 years, I'm very aware, right? It's kind of pixely. But I've always said what a plugin should be is how you have a bunch of presets, but it's also perfectly balanced with being able to edit the presets with some other kinds of manipulation. And I think GMS really hits this on the head. I actually kind of like it. It may be old, but you know what? It slaps. It slaps. Next up, 3X Oscillator. There is like almost no way I can describe to you the feeling I get when I see 3X Oscillator, when I hear it, when I use it. It's visceral, it's immaculate. Look, I've always said that what a plugin should be is there should be no presets to scroll through. All it is just knobs that you can use to edit the sound, right? And 3X Oscillator just, it just feels good. It's godlike. It's godlike. It's going up there next to Autogun. Next up, we have Harmor. Okay, take a look at this for a second. Do you understand this? No, of course you don't, because you're a human, right? What are you, an alien robot monster mix? No, this is worthless. Look, it gives you a saw wave, and you're like, oh wow, nice saw wave, bro. And then every knob you turn from then on makes it worse. It's facts. It's useless. Forget about it. I don't even care. Ableton. The Ableton users probably lap it up. Next is Harmless. I forgot about Harmless. Look at this thing. It's Harmor, but worse. It's Harmor, but worse. It's going in Ableton. All right, next up is MiniSynth. All right, this is for all you FL Studio mobile users out there. Representing. And honestly, I think I've heard this maybe twice in my life, but it's FL Studio Mobile, and obviously FL Studio Mobile is superior to normal FL Studio, so I'm gonna go up here and throw it in slaps. It slaps. It's a good plugin. All right, next up is Morphine right here, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This plugin, I've messed around with it a couple of times, but I really just, I really don't care. Like, I really do not care about this plugin. I don't want you to come at me with like, oh, I've made some cool synth pads with this, or oh, it's really inventive. I really don't care. I do not care. It's clapped. It's clapped. Patcher. Okay, have you ever wanted to load up a plugin and be met with absolutely no sound at all? Yeah, me too. It slaps. Next up is Plucked. Oh, Plucked. Plucked holds a special place in my heart. I mean, look at this thing. Look at the sleekness of the design, the artistic simplicity, right? The clearness of the sound emanating from this arc of audio engineering. Like, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. I love this plugin. It's so underrated. What a great plugin. God. Next up is PoiZone. Okay, this is another situation where honestly, I really don't care. I don't care. I don't want you to come at me about the kind of cool arpeggios you made from this or the acid bass lines. I really don't care. It's clapped. You can't tell me any different. Next up is Sakura. Next up is Sakura. Okay. It's basically Japanese GMS. But if you want things to go plinkety ploink, then I guess Sakura is your guy. I'll take it. You know what? It's the first to go in the I'll take it category. Next up is SAR. I do not care. I do not know. Who cares about SAR? I really don't care. All right, then we have Slicex right here. This is what happened. Let me take you back in time. ImageLine, the team at ImageLine saw Fruity Slicer, and they're like, that's genius. That's great. When they were right, it is genius. It is great. And they said, hey, let's make it better and let's charge people for it. And what they did was they made it worse. That's all that they overcomplicate. It's worse. It just use Fruity Slicer. No one needs Slicex. Ableton. Next up is Sytrus. This is one of those plugins that I was really torn about. Because Sytrus, it's really great for learning. You want to learn what FM is? You go to Sytrus. You know, you're not going to be intimidated by all the different functions and knobs and how it doesn't work in octaves. It works in ratios and all this other really simplistic stuff. It's great for learning. And then when you actually want to do something, you move on to other plugins that are better. You know what I'm saying? You can see them up top there. But purely for learning purposes, I'll take it. Next up is Toxic Biohazard. Look, I've never opened this plugin, right? I've never heard what it sounds like, but just look at it. Look how cool, woohoo! Look how sick that looks. My God, they put effort into it. Like, woo! I don't even care. It slaps. I haven't even heard it. It's good. And lastly, drum roll please. We have Transistor bass, which absolutely no one cares about. It's clapped. All right, so that has been my tier list of 20 of some of, in my opinion, the most notable FL Studio plugins. If you disagree with this, let me down in the comments below. Just understand that I really don't care. Listen, Will might care. If he reads the comments, maybe he'll take your thoughts into account, but Dave really does not care. Really could not care less. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you doing something in your day that wasn't a complete waste of time, aka watching me, and I will maybe see you around at some point if Will ever decides to let me on. I just realized he's gonna edit this video, so he probably won't, but maybe I'll sneak in here sometime. I don't know, whatever. I'll see you guys later.